What's going on, good people? It's Nguvu from Arrendondo Firearms Training. Tonight I'm working on position exits for USPSA. Just trying to do two things at once. In most cases, doing two things at once will save you time. It's a little more efficient. So I'm really working on cutting down my stage times with how I'm moving around each stage, trying to be a little more efficient, whether it's transitions or just how I set up or how I'm exiting. So tonight I'm working on exiting while moving. So if I'm in a particular shooting position and I'm engaging the array that's in front of me, after I'm about to finish, whether it's a piece of steel or the last target, I want to get moving to where I'm going to be next. And if I can fire either the last shot or the last two shots while I'm starting to move, then I can save myself a little bit of time. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm just starting with one shot. So if I've already either engaged the target with one shot already, I'm firing the second as I'm moving, or this could be a scenario where you're leaving on steel, which is a little more risky. But I'm getting moving. There's two ways that people normally do it. Either A, if I'm moving to my right, they'll lean out on their outside leg, or their inside leg rather. So I'm firing, and then when I'm going to be firing the last shot, I'm either firing my last two as moving, or I'm firing that last one as I'm starting to lean and start to move in that direction. So I'll fire my shot and kind of catch myself, and I'll move to wherever I'm going to. The other way is to put your weight on your outside leg. So instead of your lead leg, you're gonna put you on your trailing leg, and then you can get low and kind of move across as you're kind of taking that step. I can be firing. Pros and cons to each. I kind of like the outside leg because it allows me to stay a little more stable, and then I can just drop my weight and just move horizontally as I'm firing, as opposed to my whole body starting to turn, and then the gun itself also starting to turn, so my sight picture is changing. I don't know if one is necessarily faster than the other. I guess I would need to go on the range and test that, but I prefer outside leg and just stepping. To me, it's a little safer. And not only that, if something crazy happens and I need to come back, I can just catch myself and step back in the box. If I've fallen and then I have a shot that I need to make up, then there's pretty much no going back. It'll take you too long. It'll probably be better just to keep moving, depending on the stage. So that's what I'm working on tonight. I have a timer, but I'm not using it for this part of it. I'm just gonna get my sights on target, get comfortable, and then start to move, fire a shot. I am using a dry fire laser just so I can see my shot placement. I'm still reading my dot, but it's also good just to confirm that what I'm seeing is actually what's happening. So we'll go to the right, drop my weight. I have a half scale A zone. It's only the A zone, and that is 7 yards away. So it would simulate a target that's 15 yards away. I don't know if I try to shoot much on the move farther than that, or when moving. And I could probably be a little more aggressive because those are all A's as I'm starting to move. And then I'll do a couple leaning out with the inside leg. So that would have been a Charlie or a close delta, that last one. That is definitely harder for me going that way versus staying low and stable. But the way I'm feeling, I feel like I'm moving faster though, but I think I'd rather save, maybe take a slightly, just a little bit longer time, and then getting a definite A, then kind of chancing me falling, at least so my skill level gets up a little more. I'm gonna go the other way. So I have my weight on my outside leg, moving across. That's an A. That's an A. And then if this was an actual match, after I fire, I can push off and explode, and there wouldn't be a wall right there. Hopefully. Do a couple more. Wasn't moving as much on that one. So one shot from here is pretty. I'm gonna test this in live fire later in the week, but now I think I want to move to two shots. So now the goal now is going to be, as I'm leaning out, is to fire 2, which is much, much harder. So until I get really confident with that, there's one of 2 things I can do. I can either go with the more risky route and fire 2 while moving, or I can fire my first shot, bang, gun recoils. As the gun recoils and I'm resetting my trigger, as the gun cycles, I can get the second shot while moving. So it'll be first shot and then second shot while moving. I'm gonna practice shooting both shots while I'm moving because that's gonna save me the most amount of time. That would have been 2 A's. Now the next step in doing this is gonna be just coming from the holster, getting my sights on target and then exiting. But the main part of the drill is not the draw. It's being able to shoot while your body is in motion. So let's go the other way. Again, if I was really shooting this, after that second shot is fired, I see my muzzle begin to lift, I'd be pushing off my outside leg as hard as I can, generate as much power as I can get in order to move to the next position. Now, whether that's just right here or it's way down range where I'm actually gonna take my support hand off the gun and run, just depends on the stage. Charlie Alpha. Ah, that was ugly. That would have been like Delta Mike or some shit. So let's go from Alpha Alpha or 2. I was a little bit late. Shit. I was talking, I wasn't quite ready. All right. We'll get one more. All right, so I'm just gonna keep drilling that until that becomes a lot smoother and a lot easier. And then when I go to the range later in the week, whether it's tomorrow or on the weekend, I'm gonna work on that exactly. And then see if any of that translates to live fire, and then get the feedback from my target, and then come back and make any adjustments necessary. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. Again, if you're in that Delaware, southeastern Pennsylvania area, southern New Jersey, or northern Maryland, dry fire class coming up on July 31st. Only $50, gonna be about a 2-hour class. Definitely gonna be worth it. So let me know. Links will be in the description. Y'all be safe.
Give me the 14, when it's 14, we kill 14, what you know about AR-15, the classic speed, made in the start speed.